Hey, what's up? It's been a minute. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. But, um, to be honest, I've kind of just been, well, one, I've just been really tired, to be honest. I have like really bad fatigue that I have to muscle through, on top of like my full-time job. So, I know like I'm not special in that, but still it does make, mentally like pushing through and making content a little hard, especially starting out, I would assume, but you know, whatever. Also, I just wanted to get like more of a plan in place for kind of what I want to do moving forward. And I think I have a pretty sound idea of that. I also kind of wanted this streams to be a bit more structured. Um, because that's like personally what helps me, is just kind of having like a structured plan in place. Um, I guess almost like a, not quite like a lesson planner, but like similar in a way. But yeah, so like going forward, you know, what I anticipate the structure of the streams to be is going to be just sort of like dicking around and shooting the shit for a minute, and then just sort of like, because it helps me a bit, just sort of warming up with like we'll do like a react for like 45 minutes to an hour. One, because like I enjoy watching stuff, but two, it's something that I can upload to YouTube in the meantime while I'm working on my big thing, which is I really want to revisit, I guess is the word I'm looking for, some like retro games from my childhood that I remember. Not necessarily like, you know, the big ones like your Pokemon and your Zeldor and your like what Mario, whatever. Just some stuff that I remember that may not have necessarily aged super well, but I still remember fondly, like in my head, you know. So I want to check and see if they're still good, or stuff I know that is bad and I knew was bad as a kid, but I didn't finish it. And as an adult lady, I feel like I have the presence and the strength and the will to like, you know, crawl my way through it. Um, so yeah. Um, as for what to talk about, I do have a video kind of queued up and ready to go. However, I do have something that's been on my mind that I've kind of been wanting to talk about. Um, Give me one sec while I check like my audio levels and grab. Uh, yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So, I don't know how closely anybody's been following the Love and Deep Space situation. I know I have, because I used to play the game and I enjoyed it. Um, I just found that there was sort of like a lack of content once you got to a certain point, which regrettably is one of the things that people are kind of flaming the company that does Love and Deep Space in full for at the moment. But the biggest thing and the craziest thing that I've seen, which like at this point this is kind of like old news, but I'm still following it because it's just like one of the craziest things I've seen like in the gaming space in my whole 30 years of life. And yes, I turned 30 while I was disappeared. I'm officially like in the hag percentile now. So yay! But yeah, no, like it's just like been super crazy. So basically, here's the rundown for the uninitiated. Love and Deep Space. Actually, let me like let me do a little thing here, and I'll throw up the boys behind me. So we have like a little bit of a visual guide. Anyway, so Love in Deep Space, it is a mobile otome game by a company called Infold. Uh, who like they have previously done like, oh Jesus Christ, please no, I don't want this. Ah, they've previously done like another mobile ultimate game called Mr. Love Queen's Choice. I don't know much about that one, other than that my roommate for a time played that game. And then they also do the Nikki games, like Love Nikki and Infinity Nikki, which had its own share of controversies, I believe, like a year ago now. Has it been a year or longer? It feels like a year. Anyway, so Love in Deep Space is their current cash cow, basically. And oh my god. Well, let's let's throw this one. Let's throw this one up. Let's browse. Save. Save. So if you want the vibe of Lemon Deep basically this kind of shit. Um, this is Xavier, by the way, who is one of the five current love interests um, in the game. And actually, I'll pull up a whole like lineup of them so we have some visual aid. Anyway, but basically they had announced their, I believe it was the 6.0 update, which is like the newest major update for Love and Deep Space. And in this update, they were going to announce slash release the, here we go. Let me make myself a bit small. Um, announce slash release the newest character, um, love interest. What was his name? Valko. I'll make myself small. There we go. Um, and now like it's kind of known that the game was like meant to have six love interests. Like from the beginning of the game, it's kind of like it's heavily implied with all of like the theming and the existing stuff of the game that like the full roster is meant to be six dudes. Um, so it's not like this like came out of nowhere, but people, and I say people kind of lightly, some people were really, really upset about the release of the newest love interest, Valko, who is like a science tech CEO, I believe, who is also a werewolf, which appealed to me greatly. Um, but there was a certain like subset of the fan base who just super like took this super aggro, and like some people have reasonable complaints, obviously, like feeling like, and I agree with that, the content of the game, like story content, because at its core it is an otome game, right, um was like pretty lacking. Like they have been really slow on releases for like new content updates for the story and for the individual guys chapters. And it seemed like um, they were just sort of pushing really hard, like new card releases, but also when there's not like new content releasing for free, you can't keep up with like the new card releases and stuff if you are a free to play player or if you're just like anything but a whale, right? Because like then there's no resources for you to get like the currency to pull on the banners and things. So that was a big thing, and specifically the main story for Caleb, this guy here, and Silas, this guy here, who were the two newest ones added in, still has not been released. And it's been like almost. Let me see when they released Silas, because he was first. Love and Deep Space Silas release. I want to say it's been like 2 years almost. Yeah, Silas was released July 15th of 2024 in the version 2.0 update. So it's been like 2 years and there's still no like main story for Silas. And by main story I mean like the what's it called? Like the world underground or the world beneath, something like that, which is basically their backstory, independent of the main character. So Silas was released 2 years ago. Caleb was released, I believe, a year ago. And these three have been in the game since launch, which I want to say was like early 2024 or late 2023. Yeah, early 2024. So January 18th of 24. Um, so people have been really upset that like that's not happening, which I agree with. It does seem like they're just sort of like squeezing the fan base and the player base for cash. um, which like I mean it's a gotcha game. I get that. But Infold has already been in like previously in some hot water for mishandling other games under their like umbrella, particularly Infinity Nikki, which last year I believe was when the 2.0 or 1.0 update happened, where it was like the first big release uh, patch since launch, and they just completely scrapped the opening. So it like totally changed the trajectory of the story, and then they added like new legendary costumes with new pieces in the outfits. And how Infinity Nikki works is the gacha is like individual outfit pieces, right? So to get the full set, you have to get like I think it's like 6 to 8 like individual pieces, and then you unlock the full outfit, and it usually has like a special ability or something like that, you know. Um, so releasing this like new tier of outfits that had like even more pieces that you had to pull for and all of this stuff, and it just like pushing really heavy on the monetization of the game, which it's not like it wasn't making money. It was doing really, really well, but people didn't take it well, and I don't think it's really recovered in its perception since that happened, unfortunately. I know it's still going strong, but yeah, it put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And with their current mishandling of Love and Deep Space, I wouldn't say it makes them look any better, you know? But back to Volko, sorry. Uh but I felt like that was kind of like relevant info for the situation. So back to Velko. And let me pull up a picture of him so we have like kind of a visual aid. Okay. So like I said, he was meant to be the newest love interest introduced. Um and partially because of reasonable people being upset about the lack of content for other love interests like Silas and Caleb, um, people were really upset, and feeling like some characters were being ignored in favor of releasing a new character, right? So that was like the reasonable people's response. The unreasonable people's response, which unfortunately I fear are the people whose voices carried the furthest and rang the loudest, um, were like not into him for all kinds of other crazy reasons. One, I believe, was that like he was too tan and that his face was ugly. First of all, let me pull up a picture of this guy real quick. Let's see. Oh my god, where'd it go? I just had it. Damn it to hell. Anyway, I can. Bro, he's not ugly. Like, I promise, I promise, I promise. Um, but that, like, he was too tan, or that his model was ugly, which, like, bullshit, TBH. There was also, like, some stuff. I don't know. It was just a bunch of, like, random crap. But the unfortunate thing that happened, yeah, here's Falco. Here's Falco. Why does it not want to be big? Why do you not want to be big? There he is. And look at how cute he is with his little earring and shit. Ah! He was so handsome. What ended up happening was he was fully ready to go. Um, they released this like teaser trailer, I think like 2 weeks before the update was supposed to happen. There was obviously like a lot of money poured into the marketing campaign to announce him. And then all of the backlash, mostly from unreasonable people who are a little cuckoo in the head, like it got to the point where people were sending, and when I say people, I mean like the Chinese player base, primarily. We're gonna block that. Okay. Um, anyway, because of all the backlash and like threats to the employees at Infold and people sending like literal cow shit to the employees at Infold, they pulled him. They canceled his release, and like, mind you, he was ready to go. I cannot imagine how much money was sunk into this guy by the time that they decided to just pull the plug on it. But I'm talking like it's a 3D Ultimate game. Everything's like super realistic. Like you could see like just the very fine details of the characters. I think everything is sort of like the model tracking, I think is in like the, I can't think of it, but the 3D suits and shit. Anyway, like they had him voice cast in, three different languages, the ones that the game supports. Um, like his initial cards were ready to go, like his intro story was ready to go. Like it's crazy. Like the amount of resources that were wasted on this character only to like pull the plug on his release so suddenly. And by so suddenly, I mean like it's currently July 18th. I think the update dropped on the 8th. Um, Super buggy, and there's some stuff missing, but we'll get to that in a minute. But they, true to their word, they did not release him. And when they put out the announcement that they weren't going to release him, um, they also mentioned that there would be no any other future love interests added. So, um, it's kind of shitty for a variety of reasons. One, like all of those resources wasted, and then, the people like out of a job now, who were, promised like a long-lasting role, obviously, who just had like the rug yanked out from underneath them, because like a bunch of people got really bitchy and pitched a fit so big that like the company just like folded. It's crazy, to be honest. It's crazy. And now there's like content that was cut from the game that was previously in the game, that has been censored since the new update released. One of the things in particular was like, how do I explain it? The world underneath stories, which are like the the boys' like personal backstory shit. There's one for Xavier where there's like a file on a desk. I like numbered 713, and people, well, the people like stirring shit were like, "Oh my god, it's like Unit 713. How could like it's existed in the game for quite a while now, and just now are people starting to, but like that was enough to get like the like literally the Chinese morality police like investigating the company. So that is just like completely taken out of the game now, like not even censored. So now Xavier's missing content. There were cards that have existed for like over a year now that like are being censored. Specifically, I think it's the what is it? Tomorrow's Catch 22 set, which is it's like BDSM gear, but nothing like too crazy. And then I think, which these were kind of controversial anyway, but like the hot spring ones where is basically just like art artfully censored fucking. um but yeah, it's been a shit show. I don't know if anything's changing. It's just like it's something that I've been following closely because I used to play the game and I still enjoy the game. Um but like from a distance, because like I don't really like to play gotchas anymore. Just because like I there's like so many other things I could spend my money on that I feel like are more worthwhile, but whatever. But yeah, that's just like off the top of my head, the Love and Deep Space situation as it is now. I don't know if it's gonna get any better. I hope it does. I don't like want the game to bomb because I like the characters, but this company, just in general, has shown that they are like so almost like poorly equipped to handle these big projects. And like I don't know, man. I don't understand how you fumble an existing game that is like out and is doing well twice. Like it's happened twice in like the past year and a half. That's so crazy to me. Anyway, um, there's like a lot of out like backlash from like the global community and like the Chinese player base. Um, like saying that like no, we want you to address like the issues, but we still want Valko in the game. Like the people who were like going crazy are a very small minority of players. But yeah, there's like petitions and shit to bring him back, and people are kind of like holding out hope that they just like release him at a later date. And I don't know. without him, the game's gonna feel like incomplete because it clearly like alludes to six love interests. He's sort of been in the background. The crazy ones for like the Chinese player base want him gone. But I know there are like reasonable like Chinese players who want him like in the game. I really think it's like a small minority. From what I understand, um, like the original shit stirrer is now being investigated, and it was like a super crazy, super like I guess like online famous Raphael stand, which makes me sad as a Raphael girly for not all crazy. Um but yeah, I don't know. It from and I was taking like all of this shit with a grain of salt because I don't know how verifiable it is, but like it seemed like almost targeted. But I feel like the thing that really set the unreasonable people off is that like anything that disrupts the current like mm, anything that disrupts like the current what's it called, status quo of the game just sort of reminds people that like their virtual boyfriend is not real. And it is kind of a parasocial game, I'll give it that. But like you've got to be parasocial responsibly, and I feel like that was part of it, but also I don't know. Um Also he is like technically Raphael's foil, or was meant to be, so maybe that's why that set that person off in particular. But I hope they put him in because I think he's very cute and I like that he's over Wolf. And my only complaint is that he has wolf ears while he still has human ears, and that's just a design critique that I have that I hate. But I hope they put him back in. Um, because I would like to experience his content. Um, yeah, like how. Oh, I guess it's because they had to put glasses on him somehow. But like, ugh, man, I don't know. It's just been such a shit show. But anyway, I had a video I wanted to watch, and I've been yapping about this long enough, so let me. Doo-doo-doo. Mm. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, here we go. Is this one? Okay, so the one I chose was Disney College Program Exposed. Because it sounds. I almost applied for the Disney College Program when I was like still the age to be in college, um, but I didn't end up doing it. I'm glad I didn't because I think I would have been subjected to legal child labor. So, yeah, let's get into this shit. Oh, wait, let me put subtitles on. There we go. Oh, no sound! Oh, thank you, Mir. Let me turn this up. And actually, let me put this window over here so I can see. Remove my OBS. No one tells you how much of like a juggling thing this is gonna be. Ah, no, I don't want to show the. Ugh. God damn it. Okay. There we go.
3 letters. DCP.
Disney College Program.
The Disney College Program.
Disney College Program.
Who wouldn't love a semester away from college to live and work
should be
at
good.
Disney World? Or at least that's how it appears on the outside.
It's, made to seem this glamorous thing on the internet.
People know that you're not going to make money on this. Like, you're not there to make money.
And they don't really tell you where that money is going.
And I just remember crying and calling my mom, being like, I can't do this, I can't do this.
But the housing situation was not ideal, and I think that it got worse.
That we're fed this lie that Disney's going to look great on your resume. And
You're just a number here. There's 1,000 people waiting to take your spot. If you want to go, you can go.
This is the story of how one beloved company created a system to turn their diehard fans into a cheap labor force, willing to do what it takes to please the mouse. This is the Disney College Program. Exposed.
I've seen like some like TikToks of current people who are enrolled in the Disney
To best
College
understand
Program.
how the Disney College Program ended
and they
up
all
this
just
way,
look
we need to
haggard.
first examine how it came to be. The year was 1980. 2 managers from Disney World's casting department, Duncan Dixon and John Brownlee, devised a concept for a new way to hire seasonal employees to work at the Magic Kingdom and its nearby resorts. Keep in mind, at this point, Walt Disney World still only had 1 park. The first round of what was then called the Walt Disney World College Program would see between 350 and 400 students make their way to Lake Buena Vista. This first of its
I'll be
kind
honest, I don't know
internship
if
in
I
the
could
spring of
do
1981 would bridge
working
the
at
gap
Disney
between the
World while
theory
also
and practice for
attending
students
class.
studying hospitality management in schools across the United States. The recruiting process in the early years of the college program
That just
was
sounds,
much
like, so
different than it is
exhausting.
today.
Back then, the recruiting department, whoever was at casting, they would tour to different college campuses across the United States. So you would have to find a orientation to go to that was close to you. I know now it's all by email. And my year was one of the last years that they were traveling the country.
The Disney World College Program, in its initial years, not only provided hands-on work experience, but business and resort management seminars as well. While Disney would be responsible for writing the curriculum and teaching the students, it would be left to the universities to decide whether or not they would honor credit for the internship.
Whoa,
As the
wait.
years went on,
So it wasn't even like a guaranteed. What's the point? Like, shouldn't that be accredited through the colleges first before they like start rolling out something calling it a college credit program? That's okay. I figure it's gonna get worse, but we're not off to a great start.
Walt Disney World would see rapid expansion, going from 1 park and 3 resorts when the college program started to 4 parks, 2 water parks, and 18 resorts by the mid-2000s. Along with Disney World's growth, the demand for a larger number of seasonal employees grew exponentially. It's because of this that somewhere in the 90s or early 2000s, the emphasis on strictly hiring hospitality college majors was dropped. After all, there was only a select pool to choose from in the first place. Widening the college program's reach was necessary if they intended to keep their numbers up, and more importantly, their costs down. It was by
See, when I was like, I went through like the whole application process and stuff, but when I was filling out my thing for the college program, it was because I was like a business minor, and I was left under the impression that you could get business credits, but I don't know.
no means a glamorous job, working in kitchens, cleaning bathrooms, dealing with upset theme park guests, and the pay wasn't great, reflecting the industry standard at the time. But hey, it was an internship, and you got to go to the most magical place on
At
earth
least
whenever
they got
you wanted.
I
paid.
didn't know what to do as far as a major at that time. I was just kind of doing community college at the time and just getting my prereqs out of the way.
I had been going to Disney since I was
Yeah, that was
out
sort of
the
like my
womb,
mindset as
wanted
well.
to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, so I was like, what better way than to work for Disney?
I did the Disney College program because it was a dream of mine to always work for Disney.
At some point in high school, I started to be really interested in the Walt Disney Company and Walt Disney. I started consuming like websites like Mice Chat, Yesterland. Yeah, this was like what, the early 2000s. So it was like forums, it was blogs. Somehow in all of that, I learned about the college program.
What really kind of drove me to do it was like, well, this is an internship.
Like
It
koala.
seems like a lot of fun. Was it an internship?
Is he a
Is it
marsupial?
an internship? Applying, I thought it was. Afterwards, not really.
To also be doing it while I get college credits and just a kind of experience working for Disney.
Did you receive college credit?
No. I did not receive college credit doing the CP.
Yeah, I didn't receive any college credit.
You really only benefit college credit is if you are going into hospitality.
Yeah, I think you had to attend like one class.
I dodged a
attend,
bullet,
like,
apparently.
class that met once a week. At the time I did my college program, I was registered at a community college. They were not accepting college program credits.
You have the option to do all kinds of classes, you know, as part of your college program. And some of them are just, you know, like basic. There's some that are just like business in the eyes of Walt Disney and stuff like that. What college is this going to transfer for? What are these credits worth? These fake classes?
Because they promise you like a lot. They promise you all these different classes you can take. I don't know a single
Yeah.
soul who's able to get into one of those classes. So you get credits and stuff. I tried to get the classes. They book up instantly. So those are non-existent.
They make it seem like it's an internship that's going to give you credits. I found out later on that I did not get any credits at all towards college, and they did not consider it a true internship. So that really just changed the entire dynamic when it came to doing the program.
I am flabbergasted.
Our story
Give me 1 second. Okay. Good God. So it is just like cheap bordering on child labor. I can't imagine anything worse than being like a fucking exhausted 19-year-old working at Disney World in like peak theme park season. You know what I mean? What would be like the worst position to be assigned? I've gotta imagine it would have to be one of the water parks. Or like or maybe like I imagine Splash Mountain, or what was formerly Splash Mountain, is also like a doozy because of people like smuggling contraband onto the ride to like take a good picture. But Jesus Christ, yeah, no, I feel like I would go insane.
on the Disney College program cuts much deeper than just Mickey bars and college credits. Like many jobs in the service industry, the way it's presented can be deceiving, and it begins the moment you hit apply.
Okay, so the hiring process.
Let's see
for
how they
ACP
almost
has
tricked
the
me.
initial application where you would go in and put, name, any experience that you've had. Oftentimes, usually, it would push you to a web-based interview, which is essentially like just a generic question, like, what would you do if somebody was stealing?
It lists every single role that you could do for the Disney
Well, nothing.
College
They could have a
program.
gun.
You basically had to
Although
break
maybe
down
not at
each
Disney
one
World.
and put highly
But then
wanted to,
Mickey would probably pull a gun on you for
care,
disrupting their
kind
rides.
of in the middle. Definitely don't want to do where I would be fine with it.
In the interview
Take it
process,
to, like,
they ask you kind of where
the
you
gallows.
want to be. I think most people put attractions is what they want to do, and so I put attractions.
After that, it would immediately kind of flash a screen, be like, congratulations, set up your phone interview. Yes, a phone interview, not a FaceTime interview. It was over the phone. You were having to
weird.
sell yourself essentially in a 30-minute phone call. They were not seeing your face, they were only hearing the sound of your voice.
And during the interview, if you showed interest or even had, background within that role and working somewhere else, went through my resume and I was like, oh yeah, I was lifeguard in high school. The interviewer just kept being like, oh, did you enjoy it?
Like, how did you like lifeguarding? Would you be willing to work? All the questions kind of start to move towards lifeguard instead of like just the DCP in general.
And then they would send you
So you're just being
either a,
you're just
pretty much an
being
acceptance
interviewed
letter.
for like
Hey,
a
you've been
summer
accepted
lifeguard
accepted
position.
in the DCP.
Once you got your letter saying that you were accepted, they would kind of tell you what your role was, and mine definitely wasn't any of the 3 that I wanted.
I remember there was a fee, like once you got accepted, you didn't know your role. If things might be different now, like you didn't know your role, so you had to pay that. Like once you got accepted, it's like, oh, pay this to basically be like, yep, I'm doing the college program, check, I accept it. But you didn't know what role you were. You didn't know where
Wait.
you were gonna live. You didn't know anything.
So you're telling me I've got to pay my hard-earned doubloons to the mouse to be a janitor for the summer? Oh my god!
Before you even figure out your role, you are pretty much told you have to pay an acceptance fee. In 2017, I believe it was either $300 or $350 to kind of accept your spot, and they don't really tell you where that money is going. I am still to this day assuming it went to the first week of rent.
According to the official Disney program's
Oh,
website,
yeah, yeah.
the
I don't think
non-refundable program fee is $467
Oh
to join
my
the Disney College program.
god!
You didn't know
That's
what,
a
like, park or what area
compliment!
you were going to be in. When I got my acceptance letter, I did get attractions. I was Main Street operations, and so there's not like a big attraction on Main Street.
I did find out that I was going to be custodial, but they didn't call it custodial.
No.
They made it super fancy, and they like called it like maintenance crew or
He
something.
did have
something
to pay
along the lines that didn't
$300
sound
to be a
custodial
janitor
at all, and it was actually for Disney's Typhoon Lagoon.
But as I
Oh
got
no!
closer to my
Oh
second
no!
day and I found
Oh
out more
no!
about the role itself,
Listen, I also like. Oh my god, I'm shedding so bad. My hair. Give me. I keep like having to throw little hair balls away. I promise I'm not going bald. I just have very thick hair that sheds all the time. Anyway, I can't imagine finding out that you have to be a janitor at the fucking water park. The water park is disgusting. Everyone's walking around with like pee in their pants. Kids like shit in the pool. Adults shit in the pool. Water parks are disgusting. It's just like a breeding ground for like new bacteria. I guarantee you, if you took a sample from like Typhoon Lagoon now, there would be shit that science had not yet discovered evolving in there.
I was a little nervous because when I pictured quick service back then, I was like, oh, I'm going to be the person who makes the Dole Whips. I get to be the person who gets to hand out the churros and like all the fun stuff like that. And so as I kind of got closer and as I talked to more people who were going the same time as me and I said I was going to do quick service, they were kind of like, yikes. And so that wasn't really very welcoming.
But I know people who would purposely fail the lifeguard test, whether it was like not swimming well or not doing, all the CPR right. They would purposely fail to get out of lifeguarding. But
Just like face down in the pool, like, huh. I mean, I do the same. Oh my god, man.
then
This
you would
is
get
rough.
second role as you get moved to custodial.
Also, brief side note, if I can't imagine having to be like Disney levels of happy constantly for like a job. I feel I feel like if I had to, I would just like I would end up making like a core memory for the kids. I'd blow my shit off clean, brother.
Or housekeeping. So it was kind of like, okay, if I don't want to do this, these are kind of my options. Some people get lucky and get attractions or anything like that.
What's a good role and what's a bad role in the DC?
I think the best role is honestly custodial, because you get to
Really?
like, have your own little area, go where you want to go. There's not too much, manager oversight. With ODV, it was like you're serving all these Mickey bars and Mickey premiums, and people like systems are going down. You're having to pull off people's sweaty magic bands, type in the codes in the system.
And what a lot of people don't know is that first week you're there, you're not making any money.
What?
Not a single dollar are you making. So you're essentially just sitting and waiting until Traditions, which was usually on a Friday.
The very first thing you do when you work for Disney is Traditions, and so you get to get your blue ID, you get your name tag, some surprises there.
Is this the part where I start learning?
Traditions is kind of like a welcome introduction to the Walt Disney Company, and essentially like what working for the company will.
I have a question.
I like to say Disney Traditions is.
Yeah, what? Oh my god, Goofy! Hanging out stealing like one of the liquors from Resident Evil 2! That would be terrifying to walk into in the dark, I'll be totally honest.
Kind of like a welcome introduction to the Walt Disney Company and essentially like what working for the company will mean. You only really see on the internet kind of like when Mickey comes out and hands you your name tag, but a lot of it is just kind of like the Disney way, the 4 keys, all of that.
Since I worked at a park, we did
4 key blades.
That park, we got to ride one of the rides. I had like all this Disney like magic fueled into me, and it was just like, this would be such a fun, exciting day. My first day on the job.
I don't know if it was just me, but this Traditions class that they do is very sugarcoat, like we're a family kind of nonsense.
Oh no.
That is a big red flag. And when I was in there, I was like,
that
oh,
shit
God,
drives me crazy.
Not this. Everybody else there was like, oh, this ain't it, man. This ain't it.
The very first thing they did was teach
Run.
us how to clean a deep fryer, and
What?
was genuinely like not expecting that. It caught me off
Well, that's
guard.
why you're
I
not
just
getting
remember,
business
like,
credits,
walking out of
brother.
the park after work and like crying and calling my mom, being like, I can't do this, I can't do this. But eventually I stuck it out. But it was just kind of like a shift into like reality where like, this is what I'm gonna be doing, this is what I signed up for, I gotta stick it out.
I don't trust any company that kind of has this whole like cult like we're a family kind of thing, and Disney's definitely that. They know you're replaceable, you know you're replaceable. They can get away with murder pretty much. I mean,
Disney knows what they're doing when it comes to the program. I don't blame them for it, but it's a way that they take their college program individuals. They essentially have this line of defense of workers. If they are understaffed, you'd be like, you know what, we're gonna get the college program person.
Typically on the college program, you don't get a say on what time you work. All the full-time or part-time people get a chance to pick their schedules, and CPs can kind of fill those slots that aren't filled. And so typically those are the night shifts.
If you're at the parks pretty much like any time after like 1 or 2, depending where you're at, you'll definitely see a lot more name tags with colleges on it rather than the city and the state.
So you might work, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and that's your normal shift, but then you would get force extended to whatever time of night. Could be 6 p.m., could be 8 p.m., could be 10 p.m. You might be working a 14-hour shift.
Oh my
and that was no negotiations, no, hey, I have to go do something. Hey, I have force extended, it was laid on you.
Force extensions are trigger words for me, definitely, because I would end up being force extended like 3 hours after my shift when I should have been home by then. And since you're a CP and you really don't have any seniority and you're basically there to work, you're forced extended to work those hours, and they expect you to work those.
So, like, just by these conditions, this is not, like, conducive to a learning environment. Because if you have, like, schedule, which, like, obviously nobody can get into the classes anyway, but if you were, in theory, to have scheduled classes, and I'm being forced by the institution that provides me my classes to work and not be able to attend my classes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel this feels like a little legally muddy to me. At least, I don't know, man.
So
the college program individual was the bottom of the totem pole, used for everything to make sure that their employees, the full-times and part-times, were getting the benefits that they deserve.
So I'm inside cleaning the popcorn cart,
God.
but you're like covered in vinegar. It's like a boiling kettle, and like you're burning yourself. And I said to the coordinator, I was like, this f***ing sucks. This is terrible. And he said, Kevin, take out your Blue ID. If you didn't know, every cast member has a Blue ID and it's got your identification number on it. And he said, can you read the number for me? And I read it. He said, Kevin, you're just a number here. There's 1,000 people waiting to take your spot. If you want to go, you can go. So that's the mindset of how they treat the college program cast members.
Oh my
Now, when you work
god!
for the company not as a college program cast member, it's completely different.
While a small number of college program
Holy
participants
shit.
lived close to the parks, a vast majority would be required to relocate down to the
Yeah.
greater Orlando area during their program.
And I don't-
Ever since its beginning, Disney would
I'm sure they'll get to this, but I don't believe that they provide like rent for housing, like in full anyway. Or like maybe they provide meals, but I don't know. I mean, like it wasn't like a college program for credits, obviously, but it was still like a lot of, like minors, but like teenagers, but minors. But I did like a summer program at a college, when I was like a sophomore going into a junior in high school. And, like we got to take classes, but like it was included in the fees for the program, but it was like, obviously they like fed and housed us, and there were like extracurriculars, like extra stuff to do. And for like an official program like this, where you're supposed to be offering college credit and not having the onus of like housing and feeding, supposedly, I don't know, your students, but when I guess it's not even guaranteed that they get college credits, you don't have to do shit.
would proudly provide living accommodations for their CPs, something most other internships wouldn't go out of their way to do. But as we would soon find out, this may or may not have been just another way for the company to make more
Okay,
money.
so they do provide housing. Do you have
Back
to
in
pay them rent?
1981, Disney would construct a housing complex to accommodate up to 500 college students located in Kissimmee, Florida. Snow White Village Campground, as you could probably tell by these pictures, were mobile homes. Not the most glamorous,
Oh
but
my
it was temporary
God.
housing for 3 to 6 months. Most students, regardless of their background, could probably figure it out. 7 years later, it's said that the property began falling apart, and Disney took it upon themselves to opt for an
Oh,
upgrade,
shit.
opening the Vista Way Apartments in 1988.
And
As
they
the
also
college
fell apart.
program grew in numbers, so did their need for more housing. Opening the Commons in 1998, Chatham Square in 2000, Patterson Court in 2008, and later Flamingo Crossing in 2021.
I think the housing situation was my least favorite part of the college program. It presented like the most, I think, challenges for me. I had a 2-bedroom apartment. At the
Is it
time,
just like a
thankfully,
dorm?
They were only putting 2 college program kids in a room at a time.
It really depended on the housing complex you lived in. So you had 4. You had Vista, Chatham, Patterson, and Commons, which I always thought Commons was the bougie because you got the washer and dryer.
So it was a 3-bedroom.
Don't even have a
apartment,
washer and a
we were
dryer.
assigned two people per room. Kind of a sucky living situation.
I had a total of 6 roommates, so basically a 2-bedroom apartment, 3 dudes in each room.
What?
There was one roommate where you can have issues with, like, we all were in college and stuff, but then you have 6 dudes in one apartment.
Even within the last like 10 years, some of the rooms had 3 kids in a room, and they were sharing 3 to a room, which is, to me, that's kind of crazy to have. Like, if you have a 3-bed apartment, you have 9 people sharing that apartment.
It felt like Chatham was where all
That's
the
against
kinda
like
good
so
kids
many
were.
fun codes.
Vista was the one that, you get invited to things and you'd go over there, and very different kind of cultures between the apartments, if that makes sense. Kind of weird.
Okay, so I lived in Patterson Court. It's kind of like the nursing home of the college program housing.
Is
We
that
were
where all
like
the olds
chill
go?
place. I would venture over to Vista Way, and every single thing you've ever heard about Vista Way is true. People knew that was the party spot, so people would want to stay at Vista Way to party.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sure you're gonna talk about the Vista Way song. Do you know about that? Dude, the Vista Way song?
Real OGs will remember, and where it all started is the Vista Way music video. It's like the most cringe but endearing video of just people on their program having fun and making a music video about Vista Way.
This is a Vista Way remix. I need everybody. Patterson Court, the Commons, Chatham Square, all CPs and ICPs. Party. Don't.
And ICP? The Insane Clown Posse?
Stop. Holla at the boys.
The Vista Way remix is the anthem of the DCP. Pretty much how it looked in that video.
Oh my
I've been
God.
to places like that in Vista Way. I walked in and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna tell you what I saw and what I witnessed in there, but every single thing you've ever heard about Vista Way is true and more. It's like Animal House, I guess. Pure insanity.
I mean, you would just hear
Oh,
stories
no.
of like everything from drug parties to orgies in the hot tub and things.
I was gonna say, you can. It's like, I can't imagine anybody who would voluntarily want to work for Disney, as a teen or a young, like 20s something. Like, I feel like you all have a little bit of the spirit of a theater kid in you somewhere, or a band kid in you somewhere, and everybody knows theater and band kids are horny as fuck and just ready to let loose at any point. So if you put like 100 band and theater kids in a home with like no restrictions, like doing drugs and having orgies does not surprise me at all.
Things like that. I wasn't involved in any of that, of course.
Oh my god. Yeah, put me in
Hear
the
stories.
retirement home as
Beforehand, now I knew going into it, a bunch of college kids, so you kind of figure there's going to be some parties here and there.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
DCP parties, they're absolutely a thing, and they happened all the time. They could happen on the weekdays, they could happen on weekends.
I
If
can't
you knew
imagine
anything
handling a
about,
party on top of all this
Vista
other
Way,
bullshit.
also known as Vista Lay.
Typical week was Happy Mondays. Tuesdays
Oh
we
my
see
God.
the Frogs. Thursdays I think was O'Brien's. And then I believe Friday, Saturday was like downtown Orlando when it used to be a lot safer than it was than it is now.
Do you
People
think
would have parties in their own apartments. They
the
would have
citizens
them
of
at
Orlando,
specific
particularly
locations.
the
There were
people at the
party buses that
bars,
would
like,
show up in the corner and you could
dread
go downtown.
DCP
I was
season?
very nervous about the party atmosphere. Some would go downtown for parties. I remember Halloween, they would have so many party buses just lined up in front of Vista Way or Chatham.
I have been on the party bus multiple different times. I don't think Disney had anything to do with the party buses per se. I think it was just a company that knew that a lot of
can't
people
imagine
wanted to
that
go
they
downtown
would.
for the weekend, so they would pick everybody up.
Basically, the roommate in the other room, it always smelled a little loud in our apartment, if you will. I didn't feel like 100% safe in the situation. Security came in, they walked in, and they were like, oh, it smells in here. I was like, yeah, you think? They didn't find anything, and nothing happened.
A little bit of the
It was pretty
ganj.
much a lawless land, but I knew prior, talking to other people years prior, it was even more of a lawless land.
The visitation rules were interesting because we're all like grown adults, but we got treated like children. We had like curfews, nobody could be over. If you had a girlfriend or something, you couldn't like spend the night at their house. So people would be hopping fences.
I know we had hours that like you could bring guests in, but then after a certain time you had to show like your housing ID, and like only those people were allowed in. So those are the stories where people say like, oh, we put people in our trunks and like snuck them in. And, like, I know stories of that. Like,
It was in high school, bro.
Tilting more towards the back. But I remember people would tell stories like they would put people in the trunk and like blankets over them and all that, like to try to hide them as much as possible. Which is crazy because it's like they're not doing anything like illegal, but it was wild.
The roommate in question, who definitely was doing the drugs, he got arrested. I remember I was sitting like at the dining room table, and the other roommate comes in, and he was like, "Oh, we have to go get so and so. He got arrested. He's in jail." And I'm like,
How funny would it be? Like, I know it's not, but how funny would it be if, like, to keep up the pretense of, like, the happiest place on earth, you know, like, park security was just, like, Mickey Mouse in a police uniform. Can you imagine getting like busted for drugs and handcuffed by like Donald Duck and Goofy? Oh my god, bro. Those would be some crazy police body cams.
You can go get them. I don't give a shit.
There's this weird dichotomy where you're working at the most family-friendly place on earth and returning home to DCP housing where oftentimes it's the polar opposite.
People are
It's a
fucking
glorified college
insane.
campus. Well, usually at college, you're not paying this much in rent.
With housing, I want to say it was around like $107, $112 a week.
They have to pay for it. I know it.
Then I remember it jumped like halfway through our program. It went from like that to like $120 and nothing changed. Like we didn't upgrade rooms, we didn't do anything, the appliances weren't changed. It just randomly spiked. And when you're in a college program, when you're not making much, that spike.
There was a rent hike.
It got taken out of your paycheck, so you didn't really see it coming in and then leaving. But when you're not making much, those $100 can go a long way.
They would take the rent out of your paycheck every single month. So if you called out because you were sick, you would have negative, I think, in your check. I think I made $8 an hour, and then I think it went up to $10 an hour. But then when they would increase your hourly, they would increase the rent. So it didn't even matter that you got paid more because they increased your rent.
I think at the time we were getting paid like.
And this, my sweet babies, is why company towns are bad. Oh my god!
$8 an hour, and like at the least half of your paycheck was going to rent. Because the housing wasn't complimentary, it wasn't free, it wasn't included in your college program. You were having to pay housing fees.
That's what I thought. Okay. That's what I thought.
Paid off or something, so we shouldn't. If it's paid off, you shouldn't be charging every kid. I mean, they were banking for 6 people $700 a week just off my single apartment alone. So multiply that by hundreds, if not thousands.
That's
I
fucking
lived
crazy.
in Chatham in a 2-6, so essentially, like I said, it's 2 bedrooms, 3 people per room, and that was $99 a week. So 99 times 4 times 6. I'll let y'all do the math on how much money I paid for a literally bottom bunk of a bunk bed.
So why not examine this as a case study? Participating in the DCP in 2017 in a 2-bedroom with
Oh my
5
God.
other roommates. They were each paying $99 per week in rent, times 6 people, times 4 weeks. That comes out to $2,376.
Oh my god. See, this breakdown is how I imagine the only acceptable breakdown of this that I can imagine is like going halvesies, fourthsies, sixthsies on like a hotel room for a convention or a concert or something. Not your fucking where you live. Ugh.
Dollars per month that Disney was charging their college program students for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Jesus!
Granted, Orlando ranks among the top 40 most expensive places to live in the country, but according to rent statistic sites, in 2018, 2-bedroom apartments in Orlando cost an average of $1,300, meaning
But like, let's be for real. Disney can like absolutely afford to house these people for free. Like, I'm not gonna go into it. I feel, I feel a spirit rising within me that I don't want to let out on stream. But like, they could definitely afford to house people who they have like selected and hired on for free for like the duration. It's like what, like 6-8 weeks, something like that. This is greed. This is nasty.
that Disney was charging their college program students almost twice as much in rent for the area.
They were making money.
Jesus!
All of those people in the room paying that certain amount, they were making money off of the housing, 100%.
Regardless,
And then you
as the
work and your money
DCP
just goes
rolled
back
the
into paying your
mid-2010s,
rent.
The amount of students choosing to participate weren't dwindling whatsoever, but it still wasn't at the level that it's at today. So what helped it get to this point? Some would credit the surge of the program's popularity.
I'm not gonna lie. Bro, that
So what
those
helped it get to this
crepes.
point? Some would credit
Oh, that shit looks delicious. Oh man. But then you gotta remember you're eating like a delicious melty chocolate strawberry waffle cone crepe in like 117-degree Florida heat. And then it's like, oh.
surge of the program's popularity to the advent of a new subgenre of content creator, the DCP influencer.
How did I discover the Disney College program? Oh, I was here in high school, I believe, and kind of went on YouTube.
Chills!
And found, like, all
Corporate
these,
chills!
daily vlogs that were like people doing their Disney College program, and truly that solidified me. As I was like, oh, I want to do that.
So I think it started a couple years before me. You had Amy Puddles, you had Olaf and Olivia. So yeah, I guess I kind of am one of the OGs of
Oh my
the
god.
DCP and also theme park content creators, because a lot of people.
Girl, if you're about to take some major life advice from a woman who wears an Olaf hat upon her head, talk to someone.
Popped up the last 5 years, but back in the day, again, a decade ago, there's only a handful of people really covering theme parks.
Okay, Kevin, you ready? I'm a little excited, a little nervous. It's my first time actually like living on my own, like not being able to hang out with my friends. I got Patterson Court, 3-bedroom, 6-person. I just have no idea where to go now. I think it's down this hallway. Hello? All right, so while you're at casting, you find out what your role is. And my role is wearing this. Kind of look like a schnitzel boy.
But like, YouTube really wasn't a thing back then. Like when you went to a theme park and you were filming yourself, people really looked at you strangely. Like, I remember security
Everyone looks
coming up
too
and like, what are you
happy.
doing?
I'm
Like,
suspicious.
Why are you talking to a camera? Because I thought you were making like a documentary or something. It's like, no, I'm just filming my day at a theme park. And now it's just such a standard within the opening of theme parks and events. You see cameras everywhere and everybody's filming. But back then, a decade ago, you were like looked at like you had two heads.
I think it goes back to like, why do people
I do like watching
wanna
people
see backstage?
like I do like watching videos of people at theme parks. I think it's kind of fun. But like I don't know, you can kind of read when like people are shilling for the like the park, right? But like I don't remember the name of them. I've only seen a couple of their videos, but there's like this one channel on YouTube where it's like these two British guys and they just like tour theme parks around the United States. Just like eating food and going on rides. I found them through their Dollywood video and it was it was like the most wholesome thing I'd ever seen. It was so awesome.
Of a park, you know, like why do people snap pictures or snap video and those videos can go viral? It's because people want to like see the inner workings. They want to see what it's like. They hear rumors about the college program and like the parties and the lifestyle, and you're in and out of the parks and it's just your life for however long. Some people decide to do multiple college programs.
Oh
back to
no.
Social media growing in terms of like the Disney College program is definitely two ends of the spectrum. When I did it, it was like a lot of daily vlogs, like Amy Puddles, Sarah Palin, her roommate Annie Cresta, and it was just like watching people go to the parks.
Some people highlighted just all the highlights of it. Some people highlighted the, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. You know, during that time frame, you could, you know, name a couple people who were the pinnacle, the top of that time period.
I definitely think like
My ass
after
would be
my
just like
program,
sobbing.
when Emily Nelson and JoJo did it. I think a lot of people do the program now to essentially blow up on social media.
When we started, I just wanted to like kind of document my experience. It was like, oh, it's just like a little family movie of like me filming my friends of some fun little things that we're doing. So, you know, 10 years down the road, I can look to see what we were doing. It's officially my 10-year anniversary. I feel old. But like to relive those moments and like see how fun it was. But now it's become the opposite of that. I think YouTube and the internet has become the opposite of that because there's no longer really authenticity. within it because everybody has a different agenda now for what they want. They want views, they want money, they want clout. But back in the day, that really didn't exist.
Yeah, I think it just is a natural part of being at Disney, being there for free, and just the culture we live in that you
Very
have to monetize
not
everything.
free.
And I can't hate them for it because Disney's not paying them crap.
It's kind
I
of
mean, yeah,
given
you gotta
to
get your bag
when
somehow.
you do the college program or even work for Disney in general. Like how much, you know, you can showcase, like you can't showcase anything backstage, you can't do this. So it's kind of given to you on a silver platter. There are some gray areas, I will say, with things. But some people, I think,
Oh, that's
try
really
to
pretty.
go into that gray area, and they might still include stuff that's given to them. So
Ew!
hey, don't film this, don't talk about this. And they get upset when they get in trouble. You know, it's not hard to follow rules in a sense. I mean, you know, there might be some times where you mess up and you don't realize you're, you know, breaking a
I'm still stun locked over the guy drinking straight out of the fucking decorative fountain in front of the AMC. Brother, you're gonna catch something that we haven't discovered yet. Stop it.
rule or doing something bad. And it's like, okay, you know what? I can see where that person went. They didn't understand.
There were other content creators who also did the DCP, and that kind of launched their careers.
And I have noticed, like, when people leave their program, it still doesn't do as well as it does here because it filters your content to wherever you're going. So that's why
I could be one of the
essentially
people,
you get
like, on the
caught
float.
in the Disney bubble because it works social media-wise. That especially with TikTok, that you come and you have to be here for essentially your content to be pushed to the crowd you want it to be pushed with.
They were quote-unquote celebrities of the college program, and I was here with a bunch of them. They were treated like celebrities that weren't actually celebrities in a sense.
Do you think that affected the way that they interacted with people?
Oh, 100%. And seeing things like firsthand. And I'd never seen anything like that in my life.
Like seeing the view count as much as like when I consumed it in 2017, 2016, it was just watching people go to Disney. It wasn't really like influencing. It was essentially like a vacation vlog as opposed to now that it's like I'm trying to become famous, essentially.
One of the positives I think about Document It was I was able to kind of connect with so many different people, and people watched me grow up. But people started watching the DCP videos a decade ago, and now I'll run into them at the park, and they're like, I'm doing the DCP now because of you. So it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Disney seems to have it made. A young, energized labor force that are also tenants paying them rent straight out of their paycheck, that double as a
That's
built-in
insane.
media team, highlighting how great it is to be a part of this college internship that is definitely not a college internship. This shouldn't even be a question at this point because Disney has actual internships.
I feel like if you were to compare it to like a professional internship, I feel like that definitely benefits the person more, whereas the actual Disney college program itself is
Yeah, you get fucking college credit for your college. Crazy. Oh my god.
it's just kind of Disney's fun way of advertising to work for their company seasonally just because they probably don't want to pay someone out of the CP a higher paycheck.
Disney professional internship, if you went to school for business and just graduated, or communications or hospitality, they're geared specifically toward those people. So I think of those more as those paid internships that you're looking for to do that essentially will help push you into getting a job upon graduation.
I do believe that the
Oh
Disney
my
College
God.
program started back in the 80s with good intentions. But like many corporate entities before them, they would slowly take more from their cast members and offer less in return.
Jeff! How dare you, Jeff! The president of all of this madness. And yeah, I'm sure it started off with good intentions, but like the actual program seems to me to have been very obviously moved to the actual internship program.
Because they could get away with it. More and more, it's becoming clear that there's plenty of room for improvements when it comes to the DCP.
This is nuts.
One of which that has already happened is the housing complexes. All 4 sites used for decades to house DCP participants were phased out and sold off in the early 2020s. Currently, all 4 are open and operating. Chatham Square and the Commons under their same names, Patterson Court is now known as Purse Apartments, and the legendary Vista Way is now known as Emerald Grove Apartments. I did take a trip to see what currently remains of the old Vista Way. Aside from a few street signs still with the Vista name, there was really no indication that there was ever a Disney affiliation. The entryway checkpoint
So are these
still has
just,
the
like,
lanes for visitors
public
and
housing? No.
residents, with no one manning the security booth. After seeing the now leasing sign out front, I decided to take a look into
Oh
what it
my
would
God,
be to rent a
it
place
is.
here. As it turns out, recently renovated 2-bedroom apartments go for $1,800. Still significantly cheaper than the $2,300 Disney was charging their DCP students 10 years ago, which is just ridiculous.
Bro, that's
Replacing
criminal.
the former housing is one giant complex called Flamingo Crossing. Now, with everything I've seen from this new housing, it does look like a huge improvement from the last 4 locations. Volleyball courts, pools, a state-of-the-art gym, and most importantly, modern-day appliances. At least if more than half their paycheck is going to rent, they're not being forced to live on these dirty-ass couches.
Yeah, I would also hope that there's enough bed space so they don't, like, and room space so they don't have to stack on top of each other. Disney.
The reason I think that people are so hot and cold about the college program is I think it has to do
I'm
with
very
your
hot.
intentions
I'm-
coming into the program.
I'm hot. I've been hot.
I knew that there was a chance that I was going to be a custodian, and that I knew that the schedule was going to be crazy and that it was going to be hard work, basically. I think for people who are just looking to like party and have fun and, you know, show up late to work or not show up to work at all, I think maybe they might have a different experience because there are rules.
It's like boot camp. The best way I can describe the Disney College program is real life boot camp. If you can survive the DCP, you can handle anything.
Look, you're out of college, I believe, and you kind of have to understand how hard life can be sometimes.
You have to run an operation. Like, this is Walt Disney World, so things have to run smoothly, and if you don't have people showing up on time or skipping out on work. So it's still an operation, even though you're not getting paid very much.
Hell yeah, Disney should be paying more. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. Come on.
Thank you,
We're not
guy.
charging them rent, something.
I pretty much got my 4-year experience of college in a 6-month span because of the DCP.
There's so many different factors in if you had a good Disney college program. Like, I had the best roommates in the entire world, but my role sucked. So I had so much fun with the roommates, but we'd all come home and like literally like cry and talk about all the drama that happened at work.
Well, there's one of two people that come into the program. There's the person that is a big Disney head. They have been their whole lives. They want to come to the parks, be able to go to the parks on all of their off days, which they'll quickly learn isn't very many. And then there's another group of people, that's the people that were recruited, that were taken from colleges, that were fed this lie that Disney's going to look great on your resume and everyone's going to want to hire you. I think the people that hate the program are more in that latter category.
Yeah, the people who were lied to! I'm sorry. I'm just so... I'm hot. I'm hot. I need to cool down.
But I think the people in the first category are kind of a mix. They may love it, but be in a love-hate relationship with it.
I was very lost on what I wanted to do with my life, and so I went into my program with a very open mind to just enjoy myself and figure out what I wanted. I was about to turn 21. I was in like a kind of a life crisis, and so I loved my program because I let it give me whatever it wanted out of it.
You learn so much about yourself. I think a lot of people who do the DCP are from small towns, different parts of the country, but when you come to Disney, it is so diverse. You meet so many different people from all around the world, and it really kind of broadens your horizon on the world.
So it's just like going to a university
plant my
campus.
roots here. And I think that a lot of people do. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people on this video that you're talking to that have put their roots down here, but that's not something that I was anticipating doing. Like, it wasn't the grand plan. I can trace everything that happened in my life back to that decision to go on a college program. And so I encourage people, like, now, like, talking to parents who like have kids that are in high school, like encourage them to do something. If it's not the college program, something like the college program. You know, like that's what the college experience is. This was my college experience because I started with community college, so this was my first like real college experience being completely away from home. So yeah, like it transformed me. I think it transformed me in the way that I think college is supposed to. I just got a different version of it because it was at Walt Disney World.
So let me ask you, did you do the Disney College program? Are you thinking about doing it? Let me know in the comments below. Stories are welcome, or even a simple yes or no, but it's really the only way I know you're a real one and made it this far in the video. A huge thank you to everyone who helped share an honest look at what the DCP was/is like behind the scenes. This one could not have happened without you. Shout out to my people over on Patreon. Your support means the world to me, and I've got another exclusive for you all dropping very soon, so keep an eye out. If you liked this one and want a first-hand look into Disney's now defunct adults-only nightclub district, Pleasure.
Not the Jessica Rabbit. Well, that was interesting. I'm definitely glad I did not do the Disney College program. I fear I would have blown my shit off clean. But yeah, like, I understand people can have, like, positive experiences with it, especially, like, if you didn't have, like, a typical college experience. Like, I did community college for, like, my, for, like, my general education credits. So, like, my associate's degree, I got it at community college. So I obviously didn't have, like, the, like, living on, like, campus, kind of, like, discovering yourself, etc. experience either. And I never did, really. And at this point, I never will, and that's okay. So I understand, like, how people can look back on it fondly that way. It's just, like, so egregiously, like, exploitative of these people, you know? Because, like, there's, like, a non-zero chance that you're not even going to get your college credits because they won't transfer, because you're not able to take classes because, one, they fill up too fast, and two, you're stuck at work at the park, like, pulling crazy shifts, or, like, how they don't, like, you're getting paid, but all of that money is being funneled back into rent for your housing, because they don't pay for your housing, even though they provide it to you. And I can't imagine that they were, like, providing food either, so that's also, like, a big red flag. Like, I don't know, man. It's stuff like this, and I feel like Disney gets away with it, one, because they're, like, a multi-billion-dollar company, and they own basically everything at this point, and, like, part of Florida. But, like, it's just, like, the cult mentality that follows Disney as well. It's sad. It's really sad. I don't know. Like, it's like weaponized nostalgia. You know what I mean? But this was interesting. And honestly, I'm really interested in, like, theme park stuff. I think it's really cool, like, the behind the scenes and how they work and things. So I really enjoyed this. And I would not be opposed to watching more, like, theme park stuff in the future. But, yeah. Check out the original video. It's really cool. It is the love-hate relationship with the Disney College program, and I will link it in the YouTube description, so you can find it and give it a view, because it deserves it. Anyway, now, on to the main event, which has sort of been, delayed because I yap far too much, is we're gonna play a little game. And I'm really excited. I just have to find the executable real quick. But yeah, so like I said, what I want to do is play some and revisit some games that I played as a kid. And when I run out of those, I guess some games that you guys played as kids. And just sort of see how they hold up. So, you know, we'll do like the full playthrough on stream, in segments, and
there are legends that dwell within the hidden places of Neopia. Some are of the light.
Shh, you're spoiling my surprise, desktop audio. And then, like, I'll make a big retrospective video and post it on my YouTube. So, yeah. That is the plan, Stan. Let me get this going. Hell yeah. We're playing Neopets the Darkest Fairy! I had this when I was a kid, and I remember loving it. But, I really don't know how it held up. So, you know, it's an old-ass game, so obviously we're gonna emulate it. Totally legal. Emulator. Okay, please don't. No, don't play a commercial. I'm begging. No! Oh well.
Places of Neopia. Some are of the light.
Yay!
But others.
I don't think I can skip the intro.
Others are of the darkest kind.
Yay! Okay. Controller seems to be working. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm really excited. Move my mouse. I remember like the audio not being the best, so I might have to like tune it a little bit, but we'll see.
I'll tear your gizzard out like a crocobit. Merido will be mine!
Yeah, some.
No!
No, Lord Darrigan, you will fall to the might of the defenders of Meridel.
Yeah, recorded this on an iPod ass. So this is... Oh well, I'll let the cutscene play.
Darrigan. Is it true? Yeah, is it?
Oh my god.
Are you gonna be a knight?
Well, I don't want to brag, but
His voice does sound kind of familiar. I'll have to look up who the voice actor for him is after stream.
My winnies! Tar! Mom is going to kill you!
Yeah. See what I mean about the audio?
Uh-oh. Gotta go. Homework to do.
just great.
Oh my god! I don't really know where I'm gonna be able to put myself. Ah! Hopefully this is good. I'm gonna have to, like, smallify myself. For real, for real. Or maybe... No. Yeah. I'll just have to read it. Okay. Tor, you better get those Winnies back in the corral. Fuck me. Tor, you better get those Winnies back in the corral or Mom's gonna be mad. Use the left analog stick to move. Yeah, this is just tutorial shit, bro. Okay, so basically, this game, you play as two different characters. Tor, who is this handsome little loop. Oh my god. Camera's fucking nuts on this shit. Anyway, Tor, who wants to be a knight, who we will be with for, like, the first chapter, and then Roberta, who is a sorceress, who will, like, switch to her point of view on the second chapter, and then once they meet up, you can swap between them. But anyway, I love Neopets. And, I don't know, I really remember liking this game, so hopefully it's not shit. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to, like, fuck with the controls, though. Either that or it's just gonna be something I have to get used to, because this shit is wild. That's me mum! Ah! Tor, good. I don't know why they're British. Tor, good. I wanted you to. Wait, are those Winnies? Yeah, the left and right is inverted. That's so weird. What? I don't want to activate that. Exit. Close. Options. Yeah, because you have my left and right inverted already, asshole. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's much better. Oh, sneak. Okay, gotta corral the Winnies, bro. And Winnies, so like Neopets is like, you have your pets, but your pets can have pets called pets, and that's what the Winnies are. Ha! Thought you could get away, huh? There's still two more. Get in here, Winnies. Come on. Just one more, Tor! Get in there. Come on! I'm a ranching god. Whew! I thought you blended for sure. Hope Mom didn't see. Torma? She for sure saw. For sure saw. Ooh, busted. You better go talk to Mom. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, he wants to be a knight, his parents don't want him to be a knight, blah blah blah. Tormund, I need you to fetch some water. Go grab the pail sitting on the porch. Take it to the water pump near the barn. Your father should have fixed it again, so hopefully it won't blow up this time. That's the wooden bucket that Mom needs! I'm not gonna give him Sonic voice, I'm sorry. Press the square... I'm on an Xbox controller, because this is a PC, so I'm a little... Okay, R2. Wait, what's R1? Skill tree and key items, I assume. Right. Ah! Map. Alright, here. Tor, are you still looking for the water pump? It's right along the side of the barn, just where it's always been. I'm new. I'm sorry. Ah. I've also been playing like a lot of Moonlight Peaks, like that vampire farming sim. So I've been so used to the top-down camera, I think. Oops. Whoops. The pump is broken again, but at least my bucket is full of water. Mom? Oh my god. Let me look at this again. I don't want to activate it! Quick menu. No! I don't want to use it! Oh my god, whatever. Okay. There are, like... this shit's crazy! Oh man, we're really going back to prehistoric times. Okay. Thank you for the water tour. I heard the explosion. Let me guess, the pump's broken again. Go find your father and tell him he'd better fix it for good this time, or he's sleeping in the barn again. Dad! Mom's gonna kick your ass. Oh no, he's upset. Run. This should be simple enough to fix. Where did I put my pliers? I remember now. Tor, go to the top of the barn. The top of the barn? The pliers are next to the weather vane. Okay, Dad. Just let me climb the fucking barn. God, the camera keeps getting caught on the damn trees. I remember that being a problem I ran into as well. Okay, can't jump on that. I feel like there was a ladder in here somewhere. Aha! Okay. Okay. Grab block. Pull. 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 Push. Push. Or pull. Let go. Yeah, so Neopets, Tor and his family are Loops, which, oh my god, are the little, like, wolf boys. There are, There's also another dog race called, Gellerts. And there are definitely the... Am I gonna have to invert this again? Hang on. Yes. Oh my god. Thank god. Yeah, this is better. Okay. I found your pliers! So this is where Dad left his pliers. Right where he said he would. Suspicious. Dad. Thanks, son. That'll do just fine. You're welcome. There. That should make your mom proud. I've got to finish up a few repairs, and then I've got a special job for you. Swing! that's not an insignificant number, but I do wonder how many furries in 2026 can attribute their furry awakening to Neopets. Because, I mean, it comes in all forms. But I do wonder...
Tor, I've got something for you to do. Something important. I want you to deliver a package.
Over to Farmer Addison's again?
No, this one goes to
No,
Meridel.
dipshit.
To Meridel? To the castle?
I know you're excited, but there's a few things you need to know about before you go. The road to Meridel is a long one, son, and it's not safe. You'll need something to guard that package with. This is the key to the chest upstairs. In it is the sword I had when I was young. Listen, Tor, it is not a toy. It carries with it great responsibility. Do you understand what that means?
It's like being a knight. You have to fight for the good and against injustice and evil.
That's part of it for sure. But knights follow a code of chivalry. They defend the weak, they don't lie, and always keep their word. They
Also,
fight only for
no
the right
fucking...
causes. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Then go, boy. This package won't deliver itself.
Which I'm pretty sure is true. I think the code of chivalry does prohibit, like, getting bitches. Which is sad. Let's see. There's my dad! You're my dad! Hey, what's this? It's a little fiery ember. It's not burning me. It's a moat, stupid. It's a magical item. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah, it's a moat. You can use it. You can throw fire at people. I do like, sometimes I just think of the music in this game and I'm like, ah. I think specifically Meridel Castletown. A sword. Well, a wooden one. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Read book. Knights. What? Why has he got like the bashful pose in his feet? Anyway, Knights of Meridel. Good reader, what you are about to read is a true wonder, a complete list of the bravest souls to protect the lands. Meridel has a long and complex history, with numerous adventures, quests, and battles that shaped it. Through this book, you will learn of those that did those noble deeds, the defenders of Meridel. Yeah, so Neopets, takes place in Neopia, which is a planet unlike our own. But there are a bunch of different, like, regions. Meridel and Brightvale are, like, basically, like, brothers. But those are, like, the medieval, like, region, I guess. So, that's why this is all, like, medieval-y and shit. Not all of Neopets is. There's also, like, fucking Prehistoricville, and Jelly World, and Atlantis, and then, like, ancient Egypt. It's a very colorful place. Pet Pets Volume 4. Seeds to Swamp Hoppers. So, Winnies are the little, like, goat, donkey, horse thing. Found mostly on farms, the swift and nimble Winnies would be perfect for riding if they weren't too short for Neopians to ride. And then a Mortog. It's a common adage that kissing a Mortog leads to strangeness. Thankfully, most Mortogs live in swamps, away from the general populace. So yeah, this is where, like, my Neopets autism really shines through with full force. first timer swordplay. Oh, and that's Jaren, who is in like Neopets lore, he is like one of the founders of Meritell. It's a common mistake. Novices flail about with their blade, jabbing and slashing with all of their might, but the key to doing the most damage is to slow down. Timing is everything in the art of swordplay. A true knight conserves his energy and makes every strike count. In fact, if a knight can hold his strike even for a few moments, he can marshal all of his power into a mighty blow. Okay, okay, no more book. Well, this one is just staring at me. Okay, Jupies, they're just fruits. It's food. Mom, I'm a knight. Before you go too far, you should get the package from your father. Be careful with that wooden sword, son. It's not a toy. Only use it to defend yourself or those in need. Alright now. Here's the package. You'll need to take it to the Army Recruitment Center in Meridell Village. Got that? Yeah, I got it. Mom, bye. Be careful, Tormund. I don't want you to get hurt with that thing. I won't. Secretly, I will. I know you've always wanted to see Meridell, Thor. Have a good trip. Keep a lookout for bandits. If you meet one, just give them what they want and get away. Got the power stance. You can go back to talk to him. I think Lucy is just like mega pissed if I remember. You get to go to Meridell? That's so cool. Oh no, she's not mega pissed yet. Oh yeah, now she's pissed. Yeah. Okay, let's go! Now we start the game! How do I... You can save your progress at the glowing save points. Now that you've done your chores, it would be a good time to save. It would be, wouldn't it? Save. Yes. Woohoo! I think this is... I know there's like a run fast button. Close. Is it just hold down? No. No, that's sneak. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, I can strafe. Good, good, good. Okay, yeah. There it is. Oh no! How many times do they have to teach you this lesson, old man? Hey, how's about you give us something? Yeah, you got to have something good.
Right. What's in your begging bowl, I wonder?
Get away, you thugs! I don't have anything!
You think he's telling the truth, boys?
You know, I'm thinking we better check him off for a like. Maybe eating the money by swallowing it. I'm sorry to the English. Bandits, Mom's serious about watching out for him. I hope I can scare them off if I put up enough of a fight. To attack an opponent, press the circle button. The more times you press, the more you attack. Different speeds may also do different attacks. Okay. I can't run away. The poor beggar needs my help. Not to get my ass. How do I dodge? Is it this? Maybe I should have... Oh, I was supposed to get my ass kicked. Okay. You're thinking it's over, eh? Not by a long shot, bucko. Not by a long shot. I mean, I did think it was over for me. Too close. Too close!
I really mean it, thank you. It's about time someone showed those bandits a thing or two.
Two. So you know.
deserve a little something for your effort.
That's not necessary. A true knight
knows when to accept an honest gift for your trouble here. It may not look like much, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Remember never to take it off. It's a very special piece.
Thank you. My young friend, let me tell you something that may come in handy on your journey. Have you noticed these magical moats before? They appear in many places, and yeah, so that's basically just like the fire thing that we found. You can, it's like the fucking... Oh. Yeah, to a couple of It's like materia in Final Fantasy, basically. Except it's like a consumable. Oh. Ah! I don't know if I'm prepared for this! Okay, if I... Can I, like... If I hold... How the fuck do I dodge? The game didn't teach me that. Or it might have, and I just, like... Totally... A red Joopy! These can be found growing all over the place. Yeah, it's health. It's health. And I need some, because I got my ass beat. Yes. Oh my god. Girl, how do I play the game? Well, at least I remember how to run fast now. And there's no stamina. Can you swim? Okay, I don't need to swim. Hello, little friend of Lucy's. Hey, Tom, I'm playing hide and seek. Wanna play? It's real simple on hide and you try to find me. I won't hide very far, but you only get 5 minutes to try to find me. If you do find me, I'll give you a prize for being the fastest. Wanna play? Sure. Huh. Not you. Hup. Not you. Hup. That's a Sorchio, by the way. I had a plushie of one, and it went, I'm Scorchio. Scorchios, mighty dragons from the world of Neopia. It's like, thanks, I know. I feel like she was in here somewhere. I'm relying on, like, old knowledge. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Where is this kid? Little girl. I don't see you. I mean, maybe the plant ate her, dude. I don't know. Huh. Maybe she's like further up the road? I doubt I get like anything worthwhile for this. Who? Ah, what's running at me? Oh, the birds. Run! There's birds! Do you want to quit playing hide and seek? Kind of. I'll come back and play some other time. Yeah, I will. Yeah, deliver Dad's package to Meridel. Light moat and a fire moat and a package. Okay. So strafe with this button. How do I dodge though? I mean, it's gotta be more than just like jump, right? No, that's eat, and I just wasted a resource, so that's cool. I'm sure they'll teach me more. You know, let's just run. Let's just progress the story. I'm not gonna, like, fuck around right now, because all I can do is run, swing, and strafe. Yeah, I did like how this game was, like, surprisingly kind of open, you know? Like, you do journey from place to place. Which, like, honestly is still nice. Because, like, there were few instances playing Neopets where, like, what the fuck is shaking the screen? You know, I can probably fight birds. But there were, like, kind of few instances where you could, like, sort of experience the game on, like, a ground level, right? Oh, and the Crocobecs, like, they take your shit. But there were, like, kind of few and far between instances of where you could actually, like, experience the world on, like, a ground level, you know? Because it's a web game, like, it's a browser game, you know? So, like, that aspect of it, I always really enjoyed. Because I like being able to, like, kind of explore the world, as it were. Hello! What seems to be the problem? I had thought this was a safe road, but I was set upon by scoundrels. I fled. They took my golden rose, a present from my beloved. So you need somebody to get it back? I would be forever grateful. And as repayment, take whatever you find among those villains. Save the golden rose. And that's a Gellert, by the way, the other dog species. I think it might be through here. I'm gonna have to go through here anyway, because, like, the bridge is broke. Oh, hi! Hi! Little buddies! Read the sign. Shadowglen Woods. Enter at your own risk. There's no way I'm going into the Shadowglen Woods unless I absolutely have to. Fucking fine. Oh, a Mortog. Can I get there? I think I can... Oh, shit! Maybe not. I thought I could jump on the lily pad. It looked pretty jump-uponable. Yeah, I just fell through again. Okay. Okay. Hup. Nice. Nice! Did it. Hello. Hi, little guy. Can I oh, it's a clover. You have a clover. Hey, a 4-leaf clover. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. I don't know, you're about to be, like, attacked by a bunch of hot goth women. So, I don't know, I feel like you're in a good spot. Well then, how do we get across the bridge? Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Let me save again. Down, I guess? I can probably jump that. Hup. Yay! Okay. God, this camera is so ass. No! Please. Nope. What are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at, bitch? Nope. I don't know where to go. Oh shit, it's dark in here, bro. Hello? Light. Oh, a jeepy. Thank you. Thank you for the monies. Oh my god, that actually scared me. I didn't know. No, not the thieves. They're gonna kill me. I think you could just kind of like stun lock him at a certain point. Okay, I think I can Joopy. Hey, my I have another Joopy. This isn't going super well for me right now. I feel like I really need to like get my shield before I attempt this shit. Yeah, sorry brother, we'll come back for your rose at a later date. Maybe I might be stuck. Can I cut grass so I can get money back? Thank you. How? Okay, well there's the I could just walk over it the whole time. I'm really stupid. Hip. Get on the... I'm scared. Get on the rope. Ugh. Fuck. Anything hidden? Okay. Ooh. We can like monkey bars across. I can't really move. Okay. It's just a moat, which is nice. Please stop, camera. I'm begging. regardless of like the fuck-ass camera, I am enjoying myself so far. Yay, I made it. Okay. Who's this dude looking at me? Hello? Hey there, buddy. Didn't you notice that the bridge was out? Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you made it in. Well, name's Brindle from Bogshot. It's a swampy little place, but it's home. I'm the Kingdom's bridge repair guy. When a bridge is out, they send for me. With that freakish storm and all the floods, I've got lots of work ahead of me. So nice to meet you, but it's back to work. Okay, thank you, bye. Any secrets? No. Okay. A leaf moat! Woo! What's this way? Draken Ridge and Cogum Village. Okay, we don't need to go there. We need to go here! My package!
Oh, pardon me. I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault. It was just such a wonderful day and I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm sorry. Were you in a hurry? Can I help you pick anything up?
No. That's okay. I can do it. Wait, what's going on? Wait a minute. Where's my package? Hey, he's got my package. Stop! You and your fuck-ass brother, there. Yeah, you've just gotta chase him around. He'll go down an alley in a sec. Or do I have to lure him into the alley? I don't remember. You asshole! Yeah, okay, he just goes in the alley. Yay!
Give me back the package.
I don't think so.
I could take him. I've got the spunk.
Any who wishes to live should leave now.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're a brave one, willing to take on such odds. I'd wager you'd make a fine knight someday.
Thank you, sir. I hope to.
I know you will.
Thank you, Wolfman. Can I get my package back?
Uh-huh.
You handled yourself bravely against such odds. The Knights of Meridell... His voice sounds... Bro... I remember, like, being like, huh, his, like, little hums and humps sound very different. The Knights of Meridell would be proud to count you as one of their own. Thank you. Could you tell me where I could find those fine fellows? Probably by the castle. Oh goodness. Oh my god. Excuse me. I'm just getting kind of late over here. Hello, sir, excuse me.
Huh?
Do you know how many people come through the... Do you know how many people come through the gate? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Move along. Peasant! Fuck off! Rude. Hi. Wonder how many people have come through the gate today. I don't know. Why are we so obsessed about the gate? Excuse me. Looks like you've come from the farms. I sure have. Could you tell by my fucking potato sack attire? Excuse me. He was beaten badly by the castle's man-at-arms and was taken away. Wow. This is a lot more, like, violent. Remember? Hey kid, you just missed all the excitement. There was a big fight, it's around the corner, and the sword well, I didn't get good... Hey. Okay. Where's the fucking recruitment office? Okay. Exit. Oh, okay. The big building with the fucking shield on it. That would make sense. Wait, that might be a blacksmith. Let me look. Okay, yeah, it's the other big building with the fucking shield on it. Oh, excuse me. Peasant. Peasant! Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm supposed to deliver a package to you? Fine. Thanks. Next!
Huh?
Alright. You look like a fine candidate. You here to be a squire? Well, I've always dreamed of becoming a knight, but... Look, I don't have all day. You want to sign up or not? Yes. Good. I see you've got a sword. Where's your shield? Shield? Yeah, a shield. What kind of squire can you be without a shield? If you don't have enough Neo points to buy one, go to the battle arena and see if you can't win one. Can't let you become a squire until you have a shield, kid. It's the rules. Listen, once you get your hands on one, come back and see me. Okay! Okay. Arena. Shield. Hello. Move along, boy, unless you're here to help me. I don't even know you, so no. I doubt I have enough Neo points to buy a shield. 157. I'm guessing no. Okay, battle arena is a circle. There it is. Hi, lady. In the arena, the winners get rich, the losers go to the hospital. Today's prize, a battle shield. You look like you've got some muscle. Care to give the arena a try? What's the worst that could happen? Sure. Alright, here's how it works. The first to knock out the other one wins. No food, no potions, no restoratives. It's just brawn against brawn. You ready? Let's go. Okay. I don't know how to dodge! In this corner, paying off his debt to society. Oh. I didn't know this would be a timely one. the highwayman. And in the and in the opposing corner, the fierce country boy with a heart. Just a heart, not even one of gold, but a pumping aortic muscle. Door. Okay. Just... No! I didn't even heal the fool! This is such bullshit! Bitch, how are you doing this? No! Help me! Green lady, help! Stop! Well, I don't know! Dodge! And the winners trump the highwayman. Good try for a novice. You'll do better the time? Did I read that right? Okay, hang on. Well, how the fuck? Okay, hang on. Is that all I can do? It's just like... I don't have... Yeah, I don't... Whatever. I don't think I can dodge. I think I have to block. Ah! Hi. It is a beautiful day, isn't it? A beautiful day to get your ass kicked because you don't know how to dodge and roll. Ah! Got a little rested up before you come back, buddy. I can't read, bro. So you're not a quitter. Good. Remember, first to knock the other one out wins. No foods, no potions, or other restoratives allowed. Well, now that I'm healed to full, maybe I stand a fucking chance. Yeah. I can't skip. Yeah. I get it. See, like, it's weird. I can't... Stop! He can dodge! Maybe if I just, like, spit attack him, I could slowly kill him. Maybe not. I don't know. Bitch, this is impossible! No! Yeah, you'll do better the time. The next time? Did we forget to add some words? I'm ready. I can do it. Just let me in there. This is so dumb. Stop! Like, bro, I swear to God, there is not a dodge button. It's just jump. Die! No! No! I just need one more tap. I just need one more tap. One more time. One more time. One more time. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. I'll do better the time. I'll do better. This is the time. The time is this. The time is now. Let's go. I'm so zen. I'm not... I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. And I can do this. Even if I can't dodge. For some dumb reason, I can't dodge! Stop! No! Stop it. Oh my god, and my camera's cut. What the fuck? No, I can't. See, it's a combo. He just combos me, and I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. It's an... Maybe there's an alternative. Well, the quest puts me differently. I guess this is the hard way. But you know what? I'm an adult. I can fucking do this. Last one. I got him so close, man. I got him so close. But like, what the fuck is up with this Dark Souls level difficulty? I don't understand. This is a kid's game. It's rated like E+. It's rated like E10. Ages 10 and up. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm gonna kill you. Ooh, buddy, I'm gonna beat your ass. If my camera doesn't try to fuck me! What are you doing? Run in a circle and then do the spin attack! Stop! I can do it! I can do it! I can do it! Jump! No! No! Okay! Bitch, I had an easier time playing Bloodborne for the first time. This is insane! Yeah! Victory! Fuck you. Fuck you. Good fight! Here's your fancy deluxe shield, kid. Use it in good health. Hey, come back anytime. You've got the makings of a real fighter in you. Thanks. I don't even know how to dodge. Oh, I still have to go there? I have a shield, though. Do they just, like, not expect you to get a shield? I guess all I can do is jump and strafe. Okay, well, let's see what, like, this quest does. And we'll find a good stopping point after that. Because I'll be honest, I'm getting tired. Did I go the right way? Yeah, okay. Oh. I don't know how I keep missing the big, super conspicuous building. Hello? Thank you. Ah! A million interruptions! Make it quick! What do you need? I don't know. I have everything I need. I'm sorry. You thinking of becoming an armorer, little one? You need to muscle your hammer arm. Okay. I don't know why I'm here. I have the stuff. Oh, wait, nope. Resume. Thinking. Well, I have a shield, so hire me, please. Wait. I think it's this way. I have a shield. Alright, next. Sir, I have a shield. I can see that. Sword and shield. You trying to be a squire? Yes? You should be more confident in your answers, boy. I'll just need to see your sponsorship papers and we'll be set. Sponsorship papers? Of course, sponsorship papers. You need a knight to sponsor you to become a squire. I don't know any knights. Talk to Master Torak, the man-at-arms. He sometimes takes in strays. He's down at the tavern, but I warn you, he's been in a foul mood all day. Don't know why. Just get him to sign these and you'll be set.
Okay.
And we'll get him to sign these next time on Dragon Ball Z. Let me save real quick and then we'll like sign up for real. But yeah, this seems like a good stopping point to me. And next time we'll do our sponsorship and then we'll go and we'll become a squire and get some squire clothes and not these ugly potato sack things that we have to wear because we're poor farmers in medieval times. Whee! And maybe we'll learn how to dodge! Whee! It does take a minute to get, like, fucking anywhere, though. Christ. Okay. Next time, we become a knight! Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been a minute since I've been back, but I feel revitalized and now I have like a goal in mind and I'm ready to reach that shit. So yeah. Hopefully we'll be back on a more regular schedule next week. But in the meantime, stay safe. I hope you have a great week ahead of you, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one. Bye-bye!